Millennials are learning how to become millionaires through an investment vehicle called the Roth IRA, and the math backs it up. If you can invest $6,500 per year into a Roth IRA, assuming a 10% return, in 30 years you'll have over $1 million of tax-free money. Now, if you want to become a millionaire, I'll show you exactly how to open and invest in a Roth IRA in this video, but the only problem is that I'm a long way from home. In fact, I'm about 1,700 miles away from home in the desert town of Sedona, Arizona. So we're actually staying in Phoenix for the week, and we've got a 2-hour drive ahead of us to Sedona, which means I can give you some background on the well-respected Roth IRA. So Paige and I are on our way to Sedona, Arizona. We've never been before. The views are already incredible on the way there, so we're excited to check it out. But I wanted to touch on what a Roth IRA is. So think of an IRA as an individual retirement account. So you set it up yourself. It's not through an employer or a company or anything, and it's for retirement. And then Roth is just how is it taxed? So a Roth IRA, you pay taxes now and then you pay no taxes later, whereas a traditional IRA is flipped where you pay taxes later but you don't pay taxes now. There's benefits to both a Roth and traditional IRA, but I recommend maxing out your Roth IRA first, especially if you're young. We finally arrived in beautiful Sedona, Arizona and began hiking at Brins Mesa Loop. This hike is about 3.5 miles and it's estimated 1 hour and 45 minutes to complete. So let's go, onward and upward. And throughout this hike, I'm gonna be giving you everything you need to know to open and invest into your own Roth IRA. But as we climb the 652 feet in elevation, it got me wondering what could have caused this massive architectural beauty? What created the glowing red rock and these beautiful mesas? Well, I eventually learned that Sedona was built by centuries of volcanic activity. Volcanic magma beneath the Earth's surface began erupting nearly 2.8 million years ago, and archaeologists have found magma that is dated back to just 900 years ago. It's actually incredible that this place was built by ancient volcanoes. But before we reach the summit, let's open our first Roth IRA together. Okay, so if you want to open a Roth IRA but you have no idea where to start, I have some recommendations. So I actually use Fidelity. They've been around for 100 years. There's no cost to opening a Roth IRA. It's free to use, it's free to trade, and their app is free as well. So that's the one I would recommend. But I know there's a bunch of other investing apps. If you can find an app that you really like and you can stick to it long term, I think that's where you're going to find the best results. There's not really one best investing app because they're all pretty similar. I have heard some complaints about Fidelity because it's a little old-timey and a little outdated. So if you want something a little newer, easy to use, and user-friendly, I would recommend M1 Finance for that. They have a great Roth IRA, and again, it's free to open, free trades and all that. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to use Fidelity. So let's open your first Roth IRA. So you're going to go to fidelity.com and create an account. This is going to be your login, your username and password. Pretty easy to sign up. Again, it's free. And then you're going to want to go to Open a Roth IRA. Now, once you open your Roth IRA, you're going to want to link a bank account so you can transfer money from your bank account to your Roth IRA. It might take 1 to 3 days to link your bank account, but once you do, then you can start transferring money into your Roth IRA. As we continued our hike, we made it a point to get lost in the present moment. So much of my time is stuck checking my phone or thinking of ideas or even filming videos. It's hard to be present in the moment, which is why I enjoy hiking so much, because it forces you to take a step back and enjoy the beauty of the now. We were enjoying every minute of it, but pretty soon minutes started turning into hours. And we happened to be stumbling across the same paths over and over again. Now, this is one of the biggest mistakes that people make with their Roth IRA. I know numerous people who made this mistake. I even made this mistake when I first set mine up too. Once you transfer money into your Roth IRA, it still has to be invested. So please, if you take anything from this video, remember that there's 2 steps. You transfer money into the Roth IRA, and then you invest that money within the Roth IRA. All you need to do is hit transfer. I'm gonna do from Discover to Roth IRA. And once the money is transferred, then you can invest it, which I will do now. And I apologize for the wind in advance. Okay, so I have the Fidelity app open right now. I'm gonna go down to transact and then trade. And this is where you pick your fund or your stock. So whether you want Apple, Tesla, VTI, VOO, QQQ, whatever fund you want, you can pick. I'm actually gonna pick FZROX. So this is all the publicly traded companies in the United States. And what I like about it most is that it's fee-free. So FCROX is completely free to transact, it's free to buy, it's free to sell, and there's no management fees at all. So I'm gonna click buy, and I'm gonna click Roth IRA because I have $6,500 in my account. And I'm actually just gonna invest all $6,500 into FCROX because it's diversified. So the top holdings in FCROX are Apple, Tesla, Google, Facebook. All those great companies are in FCROX. So you can own all of them for no fees. And I think it's just one of the best ways to invest for me. Obviously, you can pick your own funds as well. So I'm gonna click review, and I'm gonna buy FCROX right here, and done. Boom. This was turning out to be a great trip, but we weren't out of the woods yet. This hour-long hike quickly became 2 hours and then 3 hours. Paige and I found ourselves backtracking and we couldn't agree on which way was the right way. Even worse, we had no cell phone service. Little did we know that we stumbled on a completely different trail called Soldier's Pass, which added an extra 4.5 miles to our original 3.5-mile hike. As we continued to hike in what we thought was the right direction, we were both getting irritable, hungry, and exhausted. And after 3.5 hours of hiking, I thought we'd never make it out. Until this happened.
You found it? You found it? Oh my gosh. Thank the Lord. This trail was supposed to take an hour. We've been on it for 3.5. And we just found the parking lot. Oh my gosh.
Typical Midwesterners who don't know their way out west.
I thought we were gonna have to call for help, but all right, we made it, guys.
We finally found the parking lot after 8 miles of hiking. Us Midwesterners were definitely not prepared for this. But before we wrap this up, there's one last thing I need to let you know about the Roth IRA. Again, I apologize for the wind. The last thing we gotta do before we finish off this video is that most of you don't have $6,500 sitting in cash to invest all at once, like a lump sum. So you're gonna want to turn on reoccurring investments. And the easiest way to do that in Fidelity is just search automatic investments in Fidelity. Search that up and you should be able to click on manage your investments or manage contributions. And then from there, you can turn on automatic transfers. So there's, you can take $100 or $200 or $500 automatically from your bank account to your Roth IRA. But then you also have to turn on automatic investments. Remember, there's 2 steps to it. So you transfer and then you invest. So you can turn on automatic transfers and then turn on automatic investments. You now know what it takes to open a Roth IRA, transfer money into it, and then invest within it. So what are you waiting for? Take action now, and that $1 million will be yours in 30 years. But man, what a trip. After our long hike, we got some food and coffee in Sedona and headed back to Phoenix for the night. Okay, so we just got back to our residence of where we're staying, and it was a long trip. It was about 18 hours. So we actually hiked all day. I had 31,000 steps. That's about 14 miles on my step counter. We saw, amazing views. We got lost a couple times on our hikes. We saw javelinas, these little pig things. We had coffee. We had an amazing trip. And I also maxed out my Roth IRA for the year. So hopefully you learned something from this, and I hope you enjoyed this journey too, because I'm gonna be making more videos just like it, where we go on an expedition together, we go on a journey, and you also learn something about finance in the video as well. So stay tuned, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.